Welcome. Create, Above and Beyond, and by extension Cabin, is an automation-focused mod pack built upon Create, featuring many interesting processing lines. Its unique challenges combining custom mechanics from multiple mods can make it quite difficult. Let's make it a little harder. The rules are simple. Rule 1. No cheating. Duh. I will need to do some cheating for world setup purposes and to fix any bugs or crashes or anything, but that's beside the point. Rule 2. All dimensions are allowed, but must be void worlds. This really only applies to the Nether, as the end is inaccessible. In Rule 3, I start with very nearly, but not quite actually nothing. Block each of Sapphire and Ruby ore are unfortunately required to be able to play the pack past Chapter 2, but other than that, the whole game should be accessible from the start. I've tossed up the library I spawned with, but the quest book is a keybind, and I can make another Tinker's book later, so that shouldn't be much of an issue. Let's begin. The first thing to do is, of course, throwing myself into the void. The Gravestones mod is very helpful here, as each grave over the void will spawn a block of dirt to support itself, allowing me to create blocks from nothing. With a bit of a platform of my decaying flesh built out, let's take another look at our quests. There's a few random free rewards, most notable of which being the seed and the 15 silver coins. I'm stonewalled on the main progression by the need to punch a tree, which we won't be getting to for a little bit of time. There's plenty of other available quests, though, the most important ones being in the bulletin board and the market. The market has a quest that will sell us a variety of decorative trees that thankfully work just as well as regular trees for the purposes of wood. Side note, when I started this run, I didn't know this quest was actually even a thing, and I thought I would need to buy wood using the trading station, using the Patience Barrel as my source of fuel for the Sterling Dynamo, until I could get a lucky sapling from a wandering trader. Fortunately, I don't need to do all that. Unfortunately, the market is price gouging, and the saplings are one single coin more expensive than we can afford with the free 15 coins. So we need a little bit of money first. We can kill ourselves to store these items safely in a grave while we try to get the other resources needed to make any of them actually useful to us. The bulletin board gives us a few options for getting a little bit more money. Most of these we can't complete right now, but selling music discs or dirt are possibilities, as well as killing a large amount of certain hostile mobs. We can also jump 16,000 times if we're really desperate and need the exercise. Getting discs is going to be a giant pain without a proper farming area for them, and that needs blocks. I'd also probably rather have the 4 stacks of dirt than the 15 coins right now, so the mob kills seem like the best choice. I throw myself into oblivion until a dirt platform materializes far away from my starting point. When night falls, I wait for mobs to spawn on the platform before kiting them and punching them to death. Skeletons are a no-go and should be hit off as soon as possible, and creepers are probably best avoided, something I do not do and blow up the platform at least 3 times because of it. Zombies and spiders are very easily dealt with though, and they will be my main targets. While I wait for night to fall, I start collecting dirt to actually build with. After trying to build down below the lower build limit for multiple minutes before realizing that that's never going to work, I realize I can just jump after the dirt and I don't need to be able to collect it safely at all. With these blocks, I start constructing what I hope will be a disc farm in the future, although I quickly run out. Dirt farming just takes forever to get enough to actually work with. During this mob farming, I get my first backpack drop. Apart from the backpack, which will be great as a form of storage that doesn't make me rob my own grave anytime I need to store anything, it also comes with 3 golden apples. They're not super revolutionary, as I could get them fairly easily later by buying gold and getting apples out of the Barrel of Patience, but it'll save me some time if I end up going to villagers later. After a few nights, I managed to kill 30 spiders, rewarding me with 50 silver coins. This is enough to buy the saplings, and I can finally collect some wood for tools, crafting tables, chests, and a myriad of other things. They're also great just to get building blocks at a pace that's faster than a salt-covered slug in a school zone. I can also get a trade station. This machine lets me purchase or sell various items and will be my main source of most resources. It's kind of like EMC, but not ridiculously broken. I can buy import or export catalyst items in the quest book and get a wide variety of items. After an incident far too violent to show on YouTube that destroyed the whole thing, by which I mean I wasn't recording when it happened, and with my new access to blocks that don't require human sacrifice to obtain, I continue construction on the disc farm. It's basically just a flat platform with 2 holes, one for a skeleton and one for as many creepers as I can squeeze in it. Get a skeleton in hole 1, creepers in hole 2, and bing bang boom, wealth that would make any private equity firm jealous. Very advanced technology for where we are right now, I know. We can even slap a roof with trapdoors on the top and some slabs on the floor to restrict mob spawning to just creepers, which I will add to as my wood supply allows. The farm pays off quickly. The skeleton just happened to walk into its correct container, and after trapping 2 creepers with the good old non-existent floor trick, I managed to harvest 2 succulent discs. These can be infinitely sold to the quest book for a whopping 32 coins apiece, netting me a full stack of coins, which I spend on starting a small sweetberry farm. Discs are going to be the main source of money for now. They require manual labor, and sweetberries will take over for the bulk of my GDP once I have the materials to actually farm them. I also buy some cobblestone for a furnace in order to make torches, as that platform over there looks really, really scary every night. With a couple more records of riches the next night, I've scrounged up enough to buy some name tags and iron for an anvil. After getting some EXP from my furnace and renaming the conveniently already trapped skeleton, I'm able to keep him trapped there and fully convert the farm to only spawn creepers. This goes great for that night, getting me 5 black circles, so I spend the next day finishing the farm. However, I made a massive mistake and forgot to light up the skeleton cubby, killing our good friend John at our level. Hold please. After rebuilding and getting another skeleton, it's back to the races. Until I accidentally stand a little too close to the creepers and cause them to explode. I thought the skeleton would survive this, but he chases after me when I run away, and he falls into the void. Hold please. Alright, third skeleton. Even as an enchanted bow. I'll make sure to light up his enclosure, and I pinky promise I won't walk that close to the creepers again. And with that, the farm has reached a kind of insane production capacity. I ended up netting a couple thousand coins in just a couple nights of farming, which will allow me to purchase a great variety of goods to start my tech progression. First on my shopping list is the clay, andesite, and kelp I'll need for andesite alloy, as well as some ice, which I can break to finally get water. That cauldron never filled up at all, despite it being raining most of the time, and it was unceremoniously chucked into a chest for eternity afterward. I built a small kelp farm, and also buy what I need to make a book, allowing me to make a task screen, which makes it much less annoying to submit all the auspicious albums. We have so much money now, we can buy basically whatever we want. I get some zinc and grout to make an upgraded tinker's anvil so I can make a broadaxe, and some copper as a material for that. I also buy some andesite alloy because going through the process of actually crafting it is really not worth it, considering that I have so much money. Between the lumber axe and the $500,000 in cash, it's relatively easy to get the materials to make a stack of kinetic mechanisms, resulting in 8 andesite machines. And with our first foray into Create, I think now is a good time to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to roleplay as a skeleton shooting 2 creepers named like and subscribe below. Thank you, and goodbye.